It's a bit of a milestone. The bike's still running really well. 100,000 kilometres it's done. That's one reason why I got this bike, is because I went on a forum, New South Wales Bandits, and the guys on that forum were talking about what a good bike it is, how reliable it is, and that's one big reason why I bought it.
Oh, Chris.
Hey,
Hello.
you got a nice bright light there.
Oh, thanks. I like to be seen.
Yes.
I've got a nice bright light at the front, a bright blue bike and a bright green helmet. If people can't see me, they're blind, Chris. How are you going?
Yeah, not too bad.
How's your bike?
Oh, it's going well. How's your bike going?
Magnificently. I just had it serviced, and I've done 13,000 kilometres on it now.
Well, mine's just clicked over 100,000 kilometres.
100,000 kilometres.
Yep.
Isn't that too much? Shouldn't you be selling it? Or shouldn't have you sold it before it reached that, Chris? I mean, what's the resale value on that thing now when it's done 100,000 kilometres?
Yeah, true. I guess people would be reluctant to buy a second-hand bike that's done that much. But it's got a great engine,
yeah,
and very reliable, and the longevity of it is terrific.
Well, I think you've made some very good points there, because how much is too much? When should you get rid of your bike? And I think there's a number of factors that would contribute to your decision making, and that would be, what type of bike is it? And yours has a very big motor that runs at quite low revs, so it doesn't work very hard. So 100,000 kilometres for your bike would be a drop in the ocean, whereas some other bikes, you know, it'd be a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
I suppose it's what you use it for as well. And for your sort of riding, where you do commuting and you don't put it under too much stress, the motor's really not stressed at all.
No.
It'd be okay. And I think it depends on the person who's had it as well, Chris.
Yeah.
Have they looked after it?
Well, you know, on the surface, my bike doesn't look that well looked after, because it's much dirtier than yours. But that's primarily because it's my main transport, so I use it almost every day.
Yeah, but if I use my bike every day, I wouldn't be pristine like it is now. This is my toy, my hobby. But when I say looking after it, are you looking after, or is the person looking after the motorbike mechanically? Yeah. Cosmetics is, you know, neither here nor there really. It's whether it's being looked after mechanically. And if the motor's had regular oil changes and regular servicing, then a big motor like that should last 200,000.
Well, didn't you tell me the other day you ran into someone?
I did. I ran into a guy who had the exact same bike as yours, that had done 198,752 kilometres.
Yeah, well, that was good to hear, because yeah, it sounds like my bike's only, well, probably less than halfway through its life.
That's right. And again, this bike does rev a bit higher than yours, but it's certainly, the way we ride, it's certainly not under any stress.
Yeah.
So if I look after this, I could have it for, you know, 200, 300, 400,000 kilometres.
Yeah. One thing I do to make sure I don't put the engine under too much stress is if I'm ever going to get the revs up, you know, over like 6,000 RPM or something like that, I'll always make sure the engine's warm. So it's not a good idea to put it under that sort of stress when on a cold engine.
Well, I allow my bike to warm up as I'm putting on my helmet, and that's enough, you know, and it's for 2 or 3 minutes, and then the first bar of the temperature indicator comes up, and then I just ride off gently, and that's plenty, really.
Yeah, I think your bike's going to last you a lifetime. The way you look after it really well.
Yeah.
You could. What do you think? How many kilometres do you think yours will do?
Oh, look, I think, I don't know, a couple of 100,000 k's maybe. But I plan to keep this one for quite a long time. It suits me. And I think that's one of the things as well. Your bike suits you. You've spent so much money and time getting it to suit you perfectly.
I mean, if I was going to buy a bike today,
yeah,
I'll probably get something with a bit of a longer suspension.
Yeah.
But as I've got this bike and I've got it suited to me now.
Similar to an adventure bike, is that what you'd be thinking about? Something like that?
Possibly, yeah.
Like the V-Strom or Africa Twin.
Something like that, yeah. I was looking at the Kawasaki Versas as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the Versas has longer suspension. I think it's pretty much a road bike. Whereas the V-Strom and the things like the Africa Twin do have that longer, plusher suspension. In conclusion, I think really there are quite a few factors that you need to consider when you're looking at mileage on a bike. How big it is, how it's been treated, what it's been used for, where it's being used, all of those.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard to know if you don't know the person who's...
Yeah, I think if there's a very good service history on the bike, someone that doesn't do wheelies around every corner, you've stopped doing that, I noticed lately, Chris. Someone who's not burned, you know, doing great big burnouts, then the bigger motors that aren't pushed will last a very long time. And if you love the bike, keep it.
Yeah, I mean, I got rid of my last bike because it was just costing too much I was getting it repaired all the time.
Yeah.
So just you know, little things here and there that would need to be replaced. And
how many kilometres had that one done?
I think it was probably around about 100,000. That felt to me like it was at the end of its life, whereas this one feels like it's at the beginning. But that was an old bike. It was a, you know, carburetor bike. I don't know whether carburetors or fuel injection makes the bike last longer.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be an interesting question. I think you should keep yours.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah. Well, I said that about your Hornet and you got rid of it.
I think what we should do is do a video when you reach 200,000.
Yeah. Well, let's see. How long has it taken me?
What are these?
It took me... should we go straight ahead? Let's go straight ahead.
Oh.
I don't know
what's going on there? That's strange.
Maybe it's a funeral procession or something. Well, I've bought this bike when it done about 5,000 kilometres. So 95,000 kilometres of that 100,000 is
yours.
Is mine.
Well, let's hope we both have many more years on these bikes. And we're both really Suzuki fans. I mean, we like other bikes, of course. Most other bikes. But the Suzukis are renowned for being reliable and having bulletproof motors if you look after them. The motor that you have and the motor that I have, even though mine's still a very young bike, the motor really has been around for like 15 or 16 years and yours probably longer. So they're proven motors, you know. I mean, they've had updates with them and stuff, but they're essentially the same motor. We're about to, my bike is now becoming an adventure bike. This is an incredibly difficult road, as you can see. Who said you needed an adventure bike? Look at this.
It's not a, it's a fairly firm dirt road.
It is.
I'm sure people who ride adventures bikes would say something like
they'd be laughing their heads off.
This is why we have adventure bike. Oh, a bit of corrugation.
Well, I don't like corrugations. Oh,
Well,
they,
we took
they were wicked.
I was going to say we took a wrong turn, but I took a wrong turn somewhere along the way, didn't I? It's
no,
hard to do it backwards.
Don't feel too bad. I think you took many wrong turns this morning. They're all just blending into one, really.
Just generally in life.
But this is exciting. I've never been on this road before, and look at it. It's gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Yep. Now, is Range Road to the left or the right?
Ah.
I'll check my map quickly. Actually, it doesn't matter if we go right, and if we take the wrong one, we'll just come back on Range Road, hey?
Okay. Hey guys, don't say anything, but I think Chris is lost. So this road here is a magnificent road. It has some of the tightest corners in the world.
Yeah, it's a fun road. This first section going up the hill is really fun, and then the rest of it's just beautiful.
It's called Range Road. Well, the beginning of it isn't called Range Road, but
I like to go up here in low gear and rev my bike a bit. So my engine is nice and warm now, so I can get my revs up.
slow down, Tim. Yeah. Got a bit excited then, and then this corner came up really, really fast. See, these are the tightest corners in the whole world, I think. Well guys, thanks for joining us on this ride. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you next time.
Catch you later.